All right, welcome back. We are now going to move on to the next step of our metal tray. I kept the paper on here, but I've undone all the tape because as soon as we make the folds, we can pull this paper out of here. So our goal today is to fold over all the lines that haven't been folded yet. We're going to do the two long ones first, and then we're going to do the short sides. Our goal is to get our tray ready for the final steps. Once we have these folded in, what we're going to do is get ready to pop holes in the next video. But before we get to that, let's take care of this one first. So we are going to go ahead and put our tray in here. I have these loosened up. And what I'm going to do is make sure that the paper runs flat. I'm going to bring the break down so we line up the line right on our edge. Okay. I'll lock it in place. Oh, there we go. Now I'm going to bring it up. And obviously we want a 90 degree, but we're going to go just a little past. So we have our 90 degree and a little past just to make sure we got some wiggle room in there. Okay, loosen this up. And you can see here we're just a little past, but we can actually bend this metal pretty easily. So we got both folds. So now we're going to do the other fold here. Can make a nice music reference to bend folds, but none of you understand who bend folds is. So moving on. Let's take care of this one. Okay, again, go to 90 and a little past. Bring it down. Loosen up the sides. Oops. Let's kick the screw. Get that hem out of the way. There we go. So now you're probably wondering, well, what are you going to do now with these in the way? Well, I can fold these back later. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Now what we're going to do is we are going to take the small piece. You can see we took a couple of these, I'll call them teeth for the lack of better terms, out of our box and pan brake so that it'll fit perfectly in there. And this way the sides are going to fold up and we'll be able to put it right down the avenue here. So I line it right on the line and get this all locked in. That's why I kept the paper on here so we can still see that. And oops, there's still some tape on there. Lock it in on this side. And now what we're going to do is we're going to fold it up. So now I can go up to that 90 degree, and it's kind of going to stop, and I'll show you when I bring this back down where we're kind of at this point. Loosen it up. Oh, there we go. Tape's attacking me here. So now you can see how our tray is starting to come into shape. So if once I pull this paper out of here, with one more cut, I think I'll be fine. You can see how our pieces are starting to line up pretty nice in there. Hold on, Mr. Harris, I'll show you the other side. Okay, so I'm going to throw the paper out. And now we're going to set up the other side. So of course I don't have that paper in there anymore, but you can kind of see we're going to have to match up where that fold is going to be. That looks right there. So we'll lock it in place. Fold it up. Now, sometimes while you're folding, you might have to make sure your little flaps get pushed to the inside. Look at that stuff before you go too far into it if you have to adjust it. It looks like I might have to push that flap in there. I'll lift the big flap out so it folds inside. Now we got it. And again, I'll go up as high as it will let me. Okay. Bring it down. Loosen it up. Okay, and it's still malleable. You can still move it around a little bit. Looks like here I'll have to bend the metal a little bit later. But now you can see we got all our pieces kind of lined up. And if it looks good, our goal is to try to have those two metal pieces kind of touch each other. So it's starting to come into shape. Pretty cool. So the next step we're going to show you is we're going to pop some holes in it, so you can see how to pop the holes into these flaps. Our goal is to try to get 2 on every corner. And then after that, we'll be using the rivet gun to put some rivets into it, and then we're done. So if you got any questions, see myself, see Mr. Harris.